Hi everyone, it's Amber and welcome to my YouTube channel, Amber's Awfully Awesome Art. I want to apologize beforehand. My mics are charging, so I am without a mic. Anyways, I'm super excited that y'all are joining me today because I am doing my second collaboration, 1000 and Below. Joanne, that was an amazing painting that you did. I can't wait to see what you do next. And followed after me will be Kelly from Feral Art. Guys, all of these ladies do some amazing work, so don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to their YouTube channels. I will have them all linked down below in the description box. And also don't forget to hit the notification button. Today I will be demonstrating the Shelee Art Bloom Technique, and I wanted to work with a warm color palette and represent the Texas sunrise and sunset. We have some amazing sunrises and sunsets in the state of Texas, but the only thing that's not fun is the heat. So without further ado, guys, let's get started.
Today I will be doing 2 blooms on 12 by 12 inch gallery wrapped canvases available at Michael's. I have sprayed them in the back with water to stretch them out so paint and resin doesn't pool in the center. And I also taped them with some frog tape. And my spinner is the Jumbo spinner from Jessica Winterstrom. I will link her channel and website down below, so definitely check her out. And there was my pillow paint, PPG Multi Pro Eggshell White and Pastel Base, available at Home Depot. And that was my first color, Golden Quinacridone Nickel Azo Gold. And then there's Golden Alizarin Crimson Hue. And I also mixed Golden Quinacridone Violet and Golden Phthalo Turquoise, which is my absolute favorite color. And I want to represent the Texas sunrise in this bloom. And that was my white cell activator, followed by my copper cell activator that I will be using. And as I mentioned, I will be representing the Texas sunrise in this bloom, and it is just so pretty with blues and turquoise and yellows and reds and magentas. And to balance it out, I chose phthalo turquoise. And there I am, just popping some bubbles in my pillow paint. That is a trick to pop bubbles because you can't torch in this technique. And now I am spreading my pillow paint around so that once I spin, my paints and pigments can nicely flow over the edges. And I think I did use a little bit too much pillow paint for this size canvas. I think about 6 ounces to 8 ounces will be fine, and I used about 16 ounces, which is too much. Or I think it was a 12 ounce cup. But yeah, now I will layer my first color, which is Golden Quinacridone Nickel Azo Gold. And this will be followed by this little piggy pigment Harvest Gold. It's a really nice, rich, deep gold color. And I will link where you can get the piggy pigments down below. They are available at fluid-art.co, and I only use this little piggy pigments. They are absolutely the best for all fluid art techniques. And here is Golden Fine Gold Deep, and I always layer a tube paint and a pigment, and I finish off with a tube paint underneath my cell activator. And there's Alizarin Crimson Hue. It is a beautiful, dark, rich, red burgundy color. It is so pretty, and it goes great with the Quinacridone Nickel Azo Gold and the golds. And this will be followed by Quinacridone Violet, again, a really pretty color. And any of the golden quinacridone line is just absolutely beautiful. And my last layer will be Golden Phthalo Turquoise. I thought the turquoise would go really well with the magentas and the reds and the gold, and it really did represent the Texas sunrise beautifully. And here is my white cell activator, followed by my copper cell activator. And white and metallic cell activators tend to give a lot more lacing. I know a lot of people like to use the black cell activator, but I happen to like the effect of the lacing from these 2 cell activators. And I just did a quick blow to blow my cell activator around evenly. And there are my cells. It forms some really pretty cells, and I will use my straw to kind of push the cell activator around. Make sure you don't blow too hard. I will show you in my next bloom that I blew too hard and it just went down into the pillow paint, and you don't want that pillow paint to rise up in your bloom. And here are my cells right here. It gave some good cells, but since I used a lot of pillow paint, my center cells did get a little wonky. So I made sure that I spun a lot of paint off, but still there was some paint in the center. And here I am just spinning my bloom around, and then I will go in the opposite direction so that it's even. And the other mistake I made was that I didn't tilt my canvas. I just spun it. So make sure you spin, and then you also tilt your canvas to get paint off as well. And then once your paint is not moving, that's when you know that your bloom is good to go and ready to dry. And my next clip will have the wet result from my bloom. And here is the wet results. It turned out really pretty. And next I will show you the dry results without any resin or varnish on it. And y'all, here is the dry result with no varnish and resin, and I will resin this piece next. In this bloom, I will be representing the beautiful Texas sunset, which is a deep red, pinkish, orange, yellow color. So this bloom is pretty heavy on the warm color palette. I did use golden dioxazine purple mixed with Amsterdam ultramarine violet to balance it out, but the reds and the oranges did kind of take over. And here I am just spreading my pillow paint around. Again, I use PPG Multi Pro Eggshell White and Pastel Base, available at Home Depot. It is about $16.58, so very economical. And here I am popping some bubbles. And now I will layer my first layer, which is golden quinacridone nickel azo gold. And this will be followed by golden fine gold deep. And I realized that I did use a lot of pillow paint for this bloom as well. So again, just make sure you don't use a lot of pillow paint, because then you will have to stretch and tilt more. And I tried to pull some off. So there I was just spreading it out more. And my next layer is this little piggy pigment Pampas. This is a color shifting pigment. It's really pretty. It looks a little dull and gray right now, but once it dries, the color just pops, and they look really, really good with a dark base color, and the color does shift. And there is golden alizarin crimson hue again. I just love that deep burgundy reddish color, so I thought it would go well for the Texas sunset theme and the warm color palette. And this will be followed by this little piggy cinnamon. This is such a beautiful copper color, and it is just so pretty. So I thought it would give a nice shimmer to my other paints. And this is followed by golden acrylic pyrrole orange. Again, one of my favorite orange colors that golden has. It is such a deep orange color. And they also have vat orange, which is really pretty, but vat orange is more of an orange peel type color. And here I have this little piggy mango. Again, I love this color. I only use this little piggy pigments, and all of their colors are just so beautiful, and I just really wanted to use the mango color. And this is followed by a mixture of golden dioxazine purple and Amsterdam ultramarine violet. I wanted to balance the warm color palette off with a cool color. And this will be followed by this little piggy pigment Inferno. And Inferno is a really cool orange reddish color, really bright, and I really use it a lot. It is such a great neon pigment, and since it's neon, it does not have any shimmer to it. But again, such a cool color. And it goes really well with quinacridone violet, which I used next. And this will be followed by a black cell activator and copper cell activator. And I feel like I used a lot of paint in this, but I wanted to have those really deep red orange colors in this bloom. And the copper cell activator did give some lacing to this bloom, but I didn't mind it at all. And there is my copper cell activator, and I think I used a lot of copper cell activator. I should not have used that much. And now I will blow with my blow dryer, and I'm using a connector. I feel like I have more control when I'm using the connector compared to not using it. And here I am gently pushing the cell activator to the edge of the pillow paint. Make sure you don't dig in too deep into the pillow paint. So just gently use your connector to push that cell activator. And I have my blow dryer set on low cool. So just make sure it is set to that. And I will have the blow dryer that I use linked down below as well. It's the Kiss Pro, available at Walmart. And now I will use my straw to push that cell activator out. And here's the mistake that I made. I blew in too hard into the center, and as you see, those the white pillow paint is popping up. So guys, just make sure you don't blow too hard into the pillow paint, because then you will have the white pillow paint come up, and you don't want that. So just be very gentle. And like I said before, I used a lot of the copper cell activator, so that is a mistake that I made. And I did cover this with a mandala stencil. You will see that in my next clip. Well, after the wet results, I will show you that. And here I am just again blowing, trying to get the cell activators to spread. And now I will spin and make sure I spin enough paint off. Again, I should have tilted the canvas also, but I just decided to spin and stretch out my pillow paint. And my next clip, I will show you the wet results. Here's the wet result of my Texas Sunset Bloom, and there you see in the center where I blew too deep and the pillow paint came up. So I will cover that with a mandala stencil and next share the resin results of both blooms. Guys, here is the resin result of my blooms. I used Mixed Media Girl resin. It is awesome. And I will have everything that I used listed down below in the description box. I did add a mandala stencil to my sunset bloom because I didn't care too much for the center. And Rinskidowna gave me some really good advice, and that is to let your painting dry and really assess it before you decide to sand it or re-pour over it. So great advice. And I just wanted to take y'all outside to see the amazing shimmer from the TLP pigments and the resin combined. So there you have it. And guys, thanks for joining me today for my video. I appreciate y'all so much.